It's Saturday, and it's a big 13-game card in the NHL. We have two parlays from today's NHL action. Let's get it started with our first bet, and it starts off with Toronto and Ottawa, and we're going both teams to score 2 or more goals. This is cashed in the last 7 and in 10 of 11 Toronto games recently. It's cashed in the last 4 and in 9 of 11 Ottawa games recently. The scores between this team was just 5-4 when they played a couple weeks ago. So we'll go both teams to score, once again, with Toronto and Ottawa. We're going to do the same, both teams to score 2 or more bet between Buffalo and Philly. Both teams to score 2 or more is on a 7-1 run with the Flyers, and they've scored 2 or more goals in each of those games themselves. The Sabres almost always concede goals. They've given up 2 or more in 16 of 17. The only time the Sabres have failed to score 2 or more themselves in their past 9, though, was against the league's best team, the Boston Bruins. Finally, we could just go keep that around even money, but if you want to bump it up just a little bit more, we're going to throw in the Panthers to score 2 of their own. You probably could go 3 or 4 if you wanted to get a little riskier, but we're going to ask Florida just to score 2 against Columbus. The Panthers, they score goals. They've scored 2 or more in 13 of 14. Oddly, Columbus kept Boston to just 1 goal all the way into overtime in their last game, but they still lost 2-1 in overtime, which means they've now allowed 2 or more goals in their past 18 games. Those 3 selections will bring the odds to plus 121. And the second parlay of the night will come from some of the later games on the schedule. We'll start it off with Colorado to score 2 goals. I'm not asking very much here, just the Avalanche to get 2, and that's something they've done in their past 24 straight games. They're playing the Dallas Stars, a team that have allowed 2 or more goals in 21 of their past 22 games. And next, we're going to go an Edmonton Oilers win. This is very juiced on its own. That's why we're throwing it into this parlay. The Oilers are rolling with wins in 8 of their past 9. They even kept a shutout against a Stanley Cup contending team, the LA Kings, when they won 2-0 in their last game, which is very rare. They're playing the Ducks tonight. The Ducks have lost 6 in a row, and they've been outscored 25-9 in those losses. Finally, we're going to the late game, and it's San Jose against Arizona, and we're going to go both teams to score 2 or more goals. This is one of those games where I see 2 bad teams, and when they play each other, oftentimes that turns into a game of pond hockey. The scores between these teams this season have been 4-2 and 3-2. The Coyotes, they're not good, obviously, but they usually do fight and put up some goals at home. They've only failed. The last time they failed to score, at least 2 at home, came way back on March 3rd. And the Sharks, they've allowed 2 or more goals in 16 of their past 17. And in those games, recently, their recent games have all been relatively wide open. Scorelines have been 4-3, 3-0, 5-3, 7-2, and 5-4. We'll go Sharks and Coyotes, both teams to score 2. The Oilers to win, the Avs to score 2, and get minus 103 odds. Good luck with your NHL bets tonight on Saturday.